25 March 2025 okay hello in the morning 8:41 a.m. in the morning I wake up at yesterday I sleep at 9 p.m. and I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning today and I go to exercise and then meditation and then I go to the market to buy something to eat. This is the food that I will eat today. Okay. And I will go to Thai restroom for wash my hand before I eat. I have this broccoli and chicken and egg มีไก่แล้วไงก็เลยไม่ไปซื้อกุ้งตอนแรกจะซื้อผักกุ้งแล้วก็กินกับไข่แล้วก็สตรอเบอรี่สี่อย่างนี้ผักกุ้งไก่สตรอเบอรี่ก็สตรอเบอรี่อันนั้นไม่ขายแล้วก็ร้านนั้นก็ได้แค่20 บาทได้นิดเดียว
ต้องตอนเย็น
แล้วตอนเย็นเมื่อวานเขาก็หมดมาวันพุธนี่อันนี้มีไก่แล้วก็บรอกโคลีเดียแล้วก็ข้าวอันนี้ประโยชน์แล้วก็อันนี้มีผัดรวมมิตรหมึกกุ้งกะเพราถั่วแล้วก็ไก่แล้วก็อันนี้ก็เป็นไก่กระเทียมกับข้าวเชียร์ซื้อมาทั้งหมด5 กล่องค่ะกินตอนเช้า3แล้วก็กลางวัน2ไว้เพื่อทำภารกิจของมันนานแล้วมันติดพันอ่ะตรงนั้นอ่ะพอรู้ว่าวันนี้ภารกิจอะไรนะแล้วก็อันนี้ผัก10 บาทกับมันแล้วข้าวเหนียว2 ห่อก็หมูปิ้ง2 ไม้ทั้งหมดใช้ไป150 160 170 80 90 190 บาทคนเชียร์โอเค I will go to watch ผักมันไม่ต้องล้างนะเธอ
ข้าวต้มมาแล้วแต่ล้าง
กินได้เลยEat it in the morning ไม่ใช่ไปล้างผักเหรอไม่มีอะไรล้างwant to watch it before I eat use baking powder Thank you for writing I bought this 10 บาท โอ้ This is my morning routine.
Hello, my girlfriend.
Hello. Nice to meet you, everyone. How to eat? I bought 5 this. Yesterday my anime survival star come but I doesn't watch it because I want to sleep on time. I will watch when I eat my breakfast. I have 2 brands. Oh, ของฟูมากมือตัดสิ่งนี้สิI will eat 3 of them. อือฮึโอเค โอเคเดี๋ยวเช็คไปเน็ตให้ค่ะเมื่อกี้พักเน็ตแป๊บนึง นี่ไงมาแล้วเอาเฮ้ยร้อน
วันนี้ป๊อปกันทั้งเมือง
เฮ้ยไม่ได้นี่หว่าเดี๋ยวมันเสียงมันเข้าต้องใส่โดนเลยก็เสร็จตาก็ยังไม่มีอะไรกินอะไรดิ
นี่
อ๋อโอเคเริ่มไม่ห่วงมากตอนแรกเขาถามว่าเอาข้าวเหนียวป้าเสียก็เลยบอกเธอไม่เอาเพราะว่ามันมีข้าวเยอะแล้วอืม
นี่ไงถอนจากบัญชีนี่ก็ได้นะง่ายมากเลยอ่ะ
แต่ว่าต้องเป็นของเธอนะพาสปอร์ตเธอ
ใช่
ของเชียร์ไม่ได้เหรอ
ไม่ได้ใช้พาสปอร์ตเลยไม่ถอนนี่
อ้าวเหรอ
อืม
แบบไม่ได้ใส่พาสปอร์ตก็แค่
อืมให้เลข
ชื่
บั
อ
ญชี
ชื่อบัญชีเธอนะ ต้องเป็นบัญชีเธอได้ เดี๋ยวก็เข้าแล้วดูเงินเข้าเลย
มันง่ายพอทำไปแล้วมันง่ายมากเลย
เหมือนยูทูบพักท
แต่แกยังไม่มันยังไม่เข้าแกนะ
ำ
ต้องรอให้มันเข้า
พอเราไปอีกเหนือสเต็ปที่ผ่านมามันง่ายไปหมดแล้วนะค่ะ
อืมแต่ของเชียร์มันมีจำนวนนี่หมายถึงว่า มันต้องมี
ขั้นต่ำของเธอไม่เกี่ยวนะ
อืมได้หมด10 บาท20 บาทเอ้ยได้เงินจากติ๊กต็อกได้เงินจากติ๊กต็อกไปช้า
ที่กำลังคิดอยู่ว่า ใส่จานได้ไหมแต่ว่าถ้าใส่จานมันก็เละนะ
ถาดเทียร์ไง
จะขอถาดสักถาดจะกินเทียร์ถาดทำครับเธอนั่งได้ปะเธอสบายมากเธอสบายมากมือเชียร์มันต้องแปลภาษาไงก็เลยเดี๋ยวใช้ถุงนี้ในการหยิบพวกเนกินมัน
ไง
มือกันด้วยจ้ะ
ถอนได้ง่ายเดี๋ยวมีพลังไปทำคลิปแล้ว
ต่อให้เธอไม่ได้เงินก็ต้องมีพลังใช่พลังต้องอยู่ตลอด
ต้องกินก่อน จะได้มีพลังมีพลังว้ายทุกคนจะเริ่มลุยแล้วจ้ะเก็บไว้ อันไหนไม่เลอะเก็บไว้ใส่เหรียญ
ให้เทใส่ถาดอะไรนะ
กับข้าวเราในตู้เย็นก็มี
ครับ
น้ำพริกไม่ต้องห่วงเราเรื่องกิน
ของเชียร์วันนี้มันเมื่อวานกับวันนี้มันภารกิจเยอะไงก็เลยต้องกินพวกข้าวเยอะนิดหน่อยเพราะว่ามันต้องใช้พลังงาน ก็ผักกำลังได้ได้หรอ อ่ะอ๋อที่มันปิว เดี๋ยวช้อนเนี่ยตัดผักมันนะ
เอาอะไร
ช้อนกับตอมจ้ะอันนี้มันตัดผักมันนะมีน้ำอีกปะน้ำปลาโอเคเผื่อขอบคนอันนี้ตักผักได้เข้าใจจ้ะ
ว่าขาดอะไรไปอย่างนมแล้วเธอจะมีพากินอ่ะ มันไม่มีเนื้อน่ะ
ก็น้ำพริกเรามันมีในตู้เย็น
เออ
อันนี้แค่ตอนเช้า
อ๋อแต่เธอบอกเสียว่าไม่ต้องห่วงเรื่องกินนี่หรอกนะยาที่เธอดูแลตัวเองนะเธอไม่ต้องเพียงบอกแม่ไม่ต้องห่วงเสียจะโตดูแลตัวเองได้แล้ว
เข้ามาแล้วเจ๊
ฮะ
ตังเข้าแล้ว
นี่จะได้เท่าไหร่140 กว่าบาทตกใจ
เข้ามาแล้ว
เอ้ย
ดีถ้าเราไปใกล้โกดังนี่ไอ้ Wi-Fi ตรงนั้นแรงไหม
แรงมากนั่นไงก็ถอดเราเตอร์มาเสียบไว้ในห้อง
มันจะดูอย่างอื่นไม่ได้
แต่แค่ต้องชั่วคราวเพราะว่า มันจะกล้องวงจรปิดอื่นๆมันก็จะหลุดถ้าเอามาใกล้อ่ะ มันจะสามารถดูหนังได้เลย
กล้องวงจรมันจะหลุดบ่อยไง
นอกจากเธอจะไปเล่นอยู่ตรงนั้นเล่นอยู่ในโกดัง
ตามห้องนอนแล้วมัน
อืม
กางมุ้ง
Nice to meet you, cheap people. Okay. I finished watching my anime Survival Star ep.254. Now I will learn something to improve myself.
Can you explain to me what that future life that you want to create looks like to the same level of specificity as you can your current situation? You cannot hit a target you can't see. That's why I'm not hitting my goals, because I haven't decided to be specific for what I want to do. That's why you have a hard time. 100% clear. Gary Vee, what does he want to buy? Fascinating. You just all happen to know his primary North Star clarity to the detail. You're strangers to him, but you can tell me his goal. And I guarantee your team can't tell me your goal.
We have two businesses. We've got 3,500 active users on one side and 20 on the other. We're using the same team. How do we tackle this in the right way that we continue to serve our existing client base, and then we go after this new market, which is a much more competitive landscape than what we're currently winning in with?
I love the question. Right?
Yes.
How many
Then client team, how do we got more? We have two businesses. We've got 3,500 active users on one side and 20 on the other. We're using the same team. How do we tackle this in the right way that we continue to serve our existing client base, and then we go after this new market, which is a much more competitive landscape than what we're currently winning in with?
I love the question. Right?
Yes.
How many people in the room have dealt with like conflicting priorities and focus? Just show of hands, just curious. All right, I thought maybe I was the only one, and yourself. All right, we're cool. So we're not the only ones. I think there's different approaches for different stages. So let's say we're starting off, we have a team of 12, and we have a new idea. And again, the question is like, is that new idea an expansion of what we're doing? Is it a net new idea? If it's a net new idea, and I have the ability, I like to create a separate team. The reason why is because new ideas require the space and the focus and the opportunity to converse without having to pollute or distract. The other people. Have you guys ever noticed that, especially if you like have one Slack and everybody, two different teams saying Slack, and then like the new person's like, hey, what's this other BSD, like some acronym, right? Because they're just like, I seen it, and then somebody's like, oh, that's a different thing we're doing, don't worry about that. And they're like, well, how am I not, like, I seen it, and then
เป็นไงบ้างเธอ
อืม
เป็นไงบ้าง
เล่นได้ตรงนั้น
นะ
ไม่เล่น
ทำไมรีบกลับมา
ไม่ให้เราทำไหน
อ๋อเสร็จแล้วเหรอ
โอ้โหถ่ายคลิปนี่ดี
อ๋อเธอทำน้ำให้เราแล้วครับไปนั่งปะ
อืมต้อง
and then somebody's like, oh, that's a different
อ๋อ
thing we're doing, don't worry about that. And they're like, well, how am I not, like, are they on our team? Yeah, they're on our team, but it's a different company. We have two companies? Well, not really. And then we're like, and then you get like the feedback from your employee surveys, and it's like, I'm confused. I don't understand what we're doing. And so the truth is like, the number one thing that we can do to compete, period, doesn't matter who you are, is have alignment. Okay, so everybody should write down that. Okay, alignment equals acceleration. Alignment equals acceleration. So, if I have the opportunity, I'm going to build a separate team and I'm going to keep them separate, even if it's one person. I'm going to try to create their own Slack channels and what's not. And then I, as the CEO or the leader, will then look at my calendar and choose the themes in the week where I focus on those different businesses. I like to structure it that way because that way if it's a Monday and I get an email and it's regarding the other business, I know that I have Thursday afternoons and Tuesday afternoons to work on it. I'll tell the person, are you free Tuesday at 3 o'clock or Thursday at 3 o'clock? See the difference? Yeah. So it's like, it allows me to take the demand on my calendar and then push it into where I've allocated that time. The worst thing you could possibly do is try to do it all at once at the same time. So, alignment equals acceleration. So when you're small, 12 people, I would give you that context. If the team is big enough, then you can create different, essentially, projects, jobs, or P&Ls within the same company. I still want a dedicated leader. So I'm all about cross-functional teams. You have a marketing team, an HR team, a finance team, etc. Don't kind of handicap one team because you don't want to distract the other team. I mean, if you're recruiting, you need to hire people. Use the same team for recruiting for both companies. But at a certain point, you want to clear that up, clean it up if it's got traction. Because if you think about it, having another thing that you're working on, regardless if you mean to do it or not, you're telling the team that this is important to this other thing. Does that make sense? So it's really tough because I think in business we want to get people's hearts, not their hands. Write that down. Hearts over hands. Hearts over hands. Write it down. I'm looking right at you. I can see you. The lights aren't that bright. Okay? You're going to take notes. Okay? Because if we don't write it down, we don't remember anything. I used to be the guy that used to be all about systems, SOPs, and checklists. I mean, I wrote a book about it. Okay? I've learned since then, there's no amount of checklist processes, playbooks I could ever write to take care of every situation. So the only alternative to that is to get people's hearts enrolled in your vision. And if you communicate to one team that this is important, I want to see you win, and at the same time they see you distracted with the other thing, then it sends a confusing message and you won't get their hearts. Okay? At best you'll get their hands, but that's not what we want. We want people that show up every day to create a future that we all agree we want to create together. So I would just say also, the last thing I'll share on that is just talk about it up front. Like before I started any new company, and Johnny can attest to this, I called Johnny. And I called Matt, and I called Kevin, my other business partner, and I said, hey, I'm thinking of doing this thing. It's going to require this level of focus. It's going to mean this in my calendar. I've made these agreements to you. That's going to shift. I'm not going to go do that unless you're on the same page and we want to do this. Okay? And now I'll get to the next question, but this is really important, especially how many of you guys are in a relationship with another human being? All right, if your hand's not up, I feel bad for you. It's a lot of fun. I would encourage it. It's a really cool thing to do. I've always gotten in trouble with Renee, my wife, anytime I've said yes to a new thing without talking to her first about it. Anybody resonate with that? Why? Because essentially what we do is we make sometimes unspoken agreements with people in our lives. And when we decide to take on something new, it means that we'll have less time to do what we already committed, and we never talk to them about it. So it's not that they don't want to support the new thing. They just want to know that you shared and we had a conversation. So it's not necessarily like I need their approval. I just need them to be part of the decision. So a lot of you guys that want to go do the new thing, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying talk to your team about it. Have them involved in making that decision so that together as this old team, the new team gets the support, because as an old team, it's just like when I recruit. We don't force team members on people. The team that they're going to work on, they interview and they decide, and they can veto at any point. Why? Because then I didn't hire somebody to make you work with them. You chose to work with them, which means if they're struggling, you're accountable as much as I am to help them out because they're part of the team. Does that make sense? So if you get the new thing, the old team made the decision, hey, we think there's an opportunity here, we want to fund that, we want to take some resources, and we understand there's a distraction, but we think it could be important. And as a team, we're making that decision. So when that new team is struggling, they call resources, I need somebody to help me with the server configuration, all that stuff, your existing team doesn't feel like, hey, leave me alone, I'm busy with this other thing. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? Awesome. 3, 2, 1.
On personal growth, I've heard you mention in a few podcasts or social media posts about the 1,000 days of discipline. So I haven't been able to find anything on go deeper on that. I would love to learn more.
I love that question for a lot of reasons. How many people find it difficult to be consistent over long periods of time? Awesome. How many people are ambitious in this room? Yeah, if your hand's down, either, no matter what I ask, you'll never put your hand up, or you're not listening, but, no matter what I ask, you'll never put your hand up, or you're not listening, but you guys wouldn't have flown out here to hang out if you're not ambitious, and consistency is the number one. Flown out here to hang out if you're not ambitious, and consistency is the number one thing, right? So a few ideas to help provide the frame and context. I believe that our self-worth, which is the number one tool that we have to overcome self-sabotage, is the confidence and the certainty we can accomplish things. Right? Whenever we try to do something and it gets hard and then we see ourselves I don't know about you guys, but I'll see it happen in real time. Where I'm like being consistent, all of a sudden I start making a series of bad decisions and then I gotta go and I gotta reset. Okay? That is self-sabotage. The reason why we have self-sabotage is because we have internal beliefs around our self-worth of what it means to be successful. Let's check this out. Some of you guys, how many of you guys would like to be wealthier? Show of hands. Put your hands up. Come on, people. All of you. We all want to be wealthier, okay? Some of you will never achieve that unless you deal with this concept because you have beliefs around what it means to be rich. And growing up, you've been told rich people steal, rich people are liars, rich people are unhealthy, rich people cheat on their wives, rich people are not happy, whatever it is, rich people are unhealthy. Rich people cheat on their wives, rich people are not happy, whatever it is, and you don't even realize subconsciously it's there. So every time you have a moment of kicking butt and actually becoming wealthy, having these moments, you inadvertently self-sabotage yourself back to what feels safe. So the 1,000-day concept is this philosophy that I have that the work instills the worth. Write it down. Your self-worth comes from keeping the commitments you make to yourself. Those promises in silence and nobody else knows, but you know. You woke up this morning, you said, I'm going to go to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, you've eaten away at your self-confidence. You don't even realize it. It's a tiny little moment at the time. And what happens is instead of positively spiraling up, you're slowly spiraling down. The person that wakes up 30 pounds overweight didn't just magically wake up the next day 30 pounds overweight. Does that make sense? They didn't just magically wake up in a deficit in their line of credit. They didn't just magically have their team decide to quit. Something happened months before that started the downward spiral. And usually as a byproduct of them, self-sabotaging the momentum that they've built. So we will teach you the most advanced tactics and strategies to grow your software companies. You will get those. Unfortunately, I will not be there inside your head in the moment you have to go do the work. So the way I would encourage you to be ready to focus, to spiral up, to keep in positive momentum, it's to do the work consistently over time. I was talking to John Maxwell 2 days ago. And the guy has been doing leadership training for 52 years. He's written 90 books. And I go, John, my mind can't wrap. He goes, it's not that impressive. He goes, consistency compounds. He goes, Dan, I've just been doing one thing for 52 years. I'm 73. It's not that impressive. 1,000 days. Can you wake up every day for 1,000 days? Call it 3 years. Every day and do the work. Do the work. And what's the work, right? You might ask that, Michael, what is the work? You know what the work is. The work is keeping the commitments you make to yourself. Working on your body, working on your self-esteem, working on your spirituality, working on your mind, working on the skill sets that makes you more valuable to your team. Having a deliberate plan to do that and set it up that every day for the next 1,000 days, you do not deviate, you do not get distracted. Okay, some of you guys are addicted to
Deviated.
distraction. Biggest destroyer of wealth. Biggest. The biggest problem in the world is it's so freaking awesome, it's too easy to be distracted. Do you guys agree? Content online is pretty good, right? The TikTok algorithm, holy, it's really good. The YouTube For You page, it's crushing. The series they're coming out with on Netflix, amazing, engaging. The video, has anybody played Spider-Man 2 on a PS5? It's like playing a video, it's like watching a movie, but it's a video game. The storylines and the freaking graphics. My little boys, man, we play at my studio. I'm like, I can see why people get addicted to games. But if you're ambitious and you have a desire and you're willing to dedicate 1,000 days, I will tell you that your life in 2.5, 3 years will look dramatically different. I would even dare say that every goal, every dream you ever want to accomplish is another side of you deciding to do that. Everyone. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yeah. And if you don't know what to do, here's my little, it's actually, you already do know, I'm just going to tell you to listen. If you wake up tomorrow, that's all I want you to do. People are like, well, what do I do, Dan? What's the 75 hard, or what's the task list, or what's the areas, and how much meditation and all this. Okay, we're going to simplify the whole thing. You guys want the easy answer? Tomorrow morning you're going to wake up, and I want you to stop and reflect on today. Tomorrow morning you wake up and you go, what did I do yesterday that I was maybe ashamed of, I wasn't proud of myself for, I knew I could have done better, I should have did but I didn't, I did and I shouldn't have done. And I want you to answer that question and make a commitment that tomorrow you just don't do that again. That is one of the easiest personal development program ever created in the history of the world. That's what it is. You wake up today and you reflect on the previous day and you say, I will not do that again. If you do that every day and you keep getting better, 1% better, and you show up for 1,000 days, your dreams, your goals, your future will come to light. And I want that for all of you guys. But that's your journey to go on. And it's going to be tough. And there's going to be demons that show up. And there's going to be people that don't support you. And guess what? The people closest to you, they're too close to see your greatness. Some of you want those people closest to you to support you. I'm telling you, they're too close to see your greatness. So don't require that. Require you show up for 1,000 days consistently. Cool? The work instills the worth. And it snowballs. I appreciate that question. 3, 2, 1.
I want to switch. From wanting to be the hero in my company for my team members to kind of jump in and do the hardest thing, to actually transfer my magic to them so they take on the hardest things, so they feel like the hero as well. And that switch is still quite hard for me. And I'm wondering what your thoughts are.
That's a great question. How many of you guys are worried if you let go that people are going to embarrass you? Let me say this. How many of you are worried that if you let go and give somebody else the ability to do the work you do, that they might do it wrong, and in doing it wrong, they might embarrass you because they work for you. Okay? If you're not embarrassed by that, then why have you not let go? That's the only reason we don't let go. Does that make sense? The only reason we don't delegate and empower somebody else to do something is we're worried that they're not going to do it to the level we do it, and as they do that, it doesn't work out, and then people that we've made promises to, our customers, our partners, or whoever, are going to look bad upon us because they work for us. Does that make sense? If somebody in another company messes up, do you care? Not your company. Like if you're at this hotel and somebody, doesn't clean the bathroom, does that affect you? It's not a trick question. It's not your bathroom. It's at another company. It's in a different state. Does it affect you? Exactly. It doesn't affect him because it's not his company. So the only reason that we have an issue is because there's a person on my team that could embarrass him. So you got to understand that feeling is 100% you. Okay? So then the question is, how do we let go? How do you let go? I would ask you, because I don't know, it's a very personal question. When you think of the concept of letting go, what comes up? Do you have a sensation in your body when you think of delegating to somebody else and you have fear? Do you feel it in your body anywhere?
Your frustration.
Yeah, but where do you feel it in your body? It's right here. Anybody else? Right in your chest? Right here? Like kind of like a pressure, like a warm spot, like an anxiety? I want you to get curious with that. See, at every level of expansion, there's a new devil to be dealt with. Write that down. New level, new devil. Write it down. New level, new devil. So, congratulations. You've experienced a new level for you. You now know that it is there, that it is emotional. It's not necessarily logical. There's no facts behind it because you don't have proof every time that it could happen. You're worried about the future. The projection of a future that hasn't happened that we worry about is the most fascinating thing in the world. Because in that same breath of you worrying about this potential embarrassment, you could also hold the truth that that will unlock the next level for you to grow. You could also potentially hold the truth that that is your next level for the business to expand. You could hold the truth that in that letting go, the next opportunity for you to go to the end of your revenue could happen. Does that make sense? So in the same token and moment that you're worried about it going bad, if you choose, it could go great. Does everybody get this? I hope I'm not losing it, okay? Write this down. Your frequency is what you frequently see. You guys want the goods? I'll give you the goods. Okay? You guys ready for this? Yes or yes?
Yeah.
So, I would encourage you to consider if you're feeling that energy, it's because it's who you are, it's your frequency, and because that's what you're feeling, you're finding it. Is expressing a feeling and a worry about a future that hasn't happened yet, and he's projecting that future, so he's going to find examples of it. Okay? Half the room, I say, hey guys, go find examples of abundance, joy, love, creativity in the world. Could you?
It is my Rantan I will take it when I go to my mission.
Dream and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listen to me, cause I'm running. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest. I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest, cause I promise you that I'm just getting started. And I promise you that my skills are getting sharper, so I'ma get charted. Can't be guarded, nah, I'm the one that get retarded. Get the party started, yeah, get the party started. Yeah, so let me get up on it. Yeah, bitch, you got me fucked up. I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup. We about to turn up. Crank this shit up so loud. Sounds like we're sold out in front of a whole crowd. We lose control now. Take this shit too personally. Everybody got a different version of me. Everybody gotta be learning from me. Everybody wanna be working with me, and I feel like there's uncertainty and urgency to find out what you wanna be. But honestly, you change your minds constantly, so stop and breathe. Whatever you wanna be. Option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this. Work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit. No, because I want this. Don't try to stop me.